Today we have for you a 2003 Range Rover HSE. It's got the 4.4 litre V8 from BMW. It's got Continental tyres, it's silver in colour with navy and cream interior. It's absolutely beautiful. We've sold a number of these. This car's got 172,000 Ks, but is in very good condition, has a very good service history and drives absolutely beautifully. In fact, it's a better car than other Range Rovers we've seen of a similar vintage with significantly less Ks. With the Range Rover, it really is all about how the car has been looked after as opposed to how many kilometres it says on the odometer. When looking at the fact it's running on these Continental tyres, they're quite expensive. It's possibly been owned by someone who doesn't, scrimp on spending money on the car. They like to buy quality tyres, which is important. The leather is in very good condition. It's got 2 remote keys to it and a very, very good logbook. I've owned one of these as well. And when we got this car, I started it and I drove it. The suspension works beautifully. The air conditioning is nice and cold. The gear shift is silky smooth in its change. Generally with other Range Rovers you look at, you'll find these are all the paint's coming off around the gear shift and they haven't been looked after. This car we think has been very well looked after indeed, and the fact that it's got a few Ks in some of the other cars suggests it's probably been on the freeway. It's got some stone chips and things on the front. The car just came in last night. We've just given it a very quick wash with soap and water. It is still to be detailed. This HSE has 3-way memory seats as well. They're just absolutely stunning cars and such good value. I mean, they made this exact shape with slight modifications to lights and things right up until 2013. So if you're buying a 2003 model car, they still look very, very new. And a lot of people just couldn't tell the difference. And if you were buying a 2009, 10 or 11 model, you'd be spending close to $100,000. It's got the split tailgate. They've got a good sized boot. The back seats fold down. It's got the original Pirelli Scorpion tyre on it. That wheel doesn't look like it's been on the car before. It really is stunning. It's got a tow bar as well, front and rear parking sensors, and yeah, look at it, it's gun barrel straight down the sides. We think this is an excellent example. And with the Range Rover, I think you're far better off buying one from a reputable dealer as opposed to buying one privately. Because with Range Rovers, there's good cars, there's average cars, and there's bad ones. You don't want to end up with a bad Range Rover. So if you've been looking at Range Rovers, if you've been looking at sports as well, we would suggest you definitely come and have a look at this car. I love the colour combination. I think it's absolutely beautiful with the cream piping around the navy blue trim. It's got the burl timber wood grain. With every other Range Rover we've just sold 2, an 03 and an 04. The cup holder was broken. This one isn't. Things like that. It's a car which is obviously being cared for. I would suggest it's probably not a car which has had kids climbing in and out of it constantly. It's got the factory rubber bull bar. These are very capable vehicles off-road, if that's something you wanted to do. So yes, been looking for a Range Rover. We think you should definitely come and have a look at this one and take it for a drive. You're certainly not going to be disappointed. We think it's absolutely lovely and literally everything works. The power windows, the 2 remote keys, the central locking, absolutely everything. And we think it really is a credit to its previous owner, especially with these kilometres. So we are the Oldtimer Centre. We're located in Marrickville. We certainly look forward to hearing from you.